The new year is here. It's arrived. I know you want success. I know how bad you want it because I was the same way. For years, I would see the new year and I would say, now is the time where I'm going to be successful. Now is the time where everything's going to change. The truth is that success is actually quite simple. It's predictable. You can predict who is going to have success and you can predict who is not going to have success. And the thing that separates those who have success versus those who don't is actually very, very small. It's in small actions, small decisions, small behaviors that add up to bigger decisions, bigger successes, bigger wins over time, and then the gap becomes greater in terms of what you see in that person's life. But the things that are done at the very beginning, the things that you do starting today, are really small. They're small changes that you make that lead to bigger successes, that lead to the lifestyle that you want to actually have, that you've been wanting for so long. So in this video, I'm going to explain to you exactly what you can do to position yourself for success this year, make six figures and higher, and create the life of your dreams because you took the right kind of actions to make that thing happen. Let's go ahead and get into it. So success is very simple. The key to your success is not complicated at all. There's just three things that you need to do, but you need to do them well. And if you can do these things well, you're going to be successful. I've studied people who are successful over the last 5 years, and I've observed many mentors of mine, many experts that I've followed, their journey through success, and I've had my own success, and I've seen several patterns. The first thing you need to do, and I want you to lock in on this for this year, is you have to become an expert at A and become a master at B. What does that mean? So A is what I call your primary skill set. It means you have the one piece of value that you can offer the world, the primary piece of value that you are the best at. So as an example, I was training a student this weekend and we were working on communication and dating skills, and he's a really, really successful guy, has crushed it in his career. He's doing very well. What's his primary skill set? It's law. He's a lawyer. He's really successful in law. His primary skill set is law. So he understands how the law works. He understands how to solve problems relating to the law. That's his primary skill set. Now, for me in my life, I've switched my primary skill sets. For a very long time, for me, my primary skill set was understanding dating dynamics and understanding how to connect with women in a way that was very intimate, very deep, very quickly. I spent years of my life learning from mentors and being a nightclub promoter in New York and understanding the dynamics of how male and female relationships worked so that I could implement that in my own life. And then I followed that with the B skill, which I'll share with you how that works in a second, and I mastered a B skill, which is coaching it. So I got very, very good. In fact, I got that to an expert level too, not just a master, but I became an expert at that, at coaching dating skills and coaching men in self-development, communication, mindset, growth, and things like that. Now, what I've been doing recently, spent the last 2 years working on building a new primary skill, which is sales, and understanding how to take someone from being mildly interested in some sort of service or some sort of product to saying yes to investing and spending 10, 15, 30, $50,000 in that product, right? So going from primary skill set, which is skill set A, to B. So the first thing you need to do is find your primary skill set and master it. Now, I believe the best skill to learn is high ticket sales. I believe the best skill to learn is how to sell something. If you can sell something, you're always going to find work, and not just work, it's going to give you a platform to make your own money in other areas, other niches, other businesses, because you know how to sell. You know how to sell yourself, you know how to sell products, you know how to sell services. So I think that sales is always the best skill to learn. However, outside of your primary skill, you need to add on a B skill. So for me, that primary skill was dating, understanding how to connect with women in a very, very intimate way and build intimate relationships very quickly with women, and then teaching it. And now the skill that I'm making my primary skill is sales, right? Getting very, very dialed in on how to bring people into an offer, taking someone from being just interested to them investing in the offer and having them invest thousands and thousands of dollars. That's the primary skill that I'm building right now, where I'm selling hundreds of thousands, millions of dollars in sales over the last several years because I practiced this as a primary skill set. So in 2024, you need to get your primary skill set really good, and then you need to have a B skill. A B skill expands the primary skill set. So my primary skill set is sales, or dating, depending on what business I decide to create and what business I decide to go into. It's sales. And then the B skill expands the primary skill. The B skill is how you make even more money with the primary skill. So imagine that someone knows the law really well. Let's say we'll use my client who's a lawyer. He knows the law really well, but he doesn't know how to study, right? Or he doesn't understand how to connect with people and network, or he doesn't understand how to build relationships and how to navigate relationships. His career is going to be more tough, because a part of making money as a lawyer is building the right relationships and getting in the right positions so you can get hired at the best firms, so you can work on the best deals, right? If he can't build relationships at all, and if no one wants to work with him, if he's a dickhead, he's not going to make money. So the B skill set is building relationships and understanding the nuance of social dynamics, which I've actually coached him in, right? So there's an A skill and a B skill. Your A skill is your primary skill set. It's the thing that you have to be the best at, that you need to have at an expert level. Have that at an expert level. And then you need to be a master at B. This is the key. It's where your primary skill set gives you leverage and your B skill set amplifies what you do with the primary skill set. That's what I want you to do. And in 2024, you want to hone it on getting good. Now, the question then becomes, how do you actually get good? It's simple. You have to do the right actions over and over and over again. This is number 2. This is how you're going to get there in 2024 and how you're going to make 100K or more. You have to do the right thing over and over and over again, because the person who has the skill next to the person who may not have as much skill but does the right thing over and over again, and the person who has the skill doesn't show up every day, the person who shows up all the time is going to win. The person who shows up every time is going to be the one who has success. So I want you to do the right thing for yourself and back yourself over and over and over again. The key here is doing the right actions. You don't want to go nowhere fast, because there's a lot of people who do the wrong actions over and over and over again, and they waste their time and they get nowhere fast. They don't create wealth, they don't create success, they don't create abundance in their lives, they get nowhere. What I want you to do is do the right actions over and over and over again. And the key for you in 2024 is making each day count. This is a practice I have in my life. I wake up every single day and I think, how can I make this day better than the last day? And I'm not successful at this every day, by the way. Every day I don't win. Every day I'm not making the day better than the previous day, but I try my damn best. And if you look over a sample size, or you take a group of 100 days, day 100 is way better than day 1. Every single year for me is like this. It's been this way for me over the past, I'd say about the past 4 years. Ever since 2020, when the pandemic hit, I started taking my businesses really seriously. And then in 2021, I started adding in fitness and working out into my routine. And every single day, I tried to make better than the day before. Every single day. And some days I failed, but I showed up as best as I could. Some days I slacked off. Some days I couldn't push myself over the line. But I tried every single day. And over time, day 100 looked way better than day 1. Day 200 had way more money than day 100. Right? So how do you show up? I know how I ended this year. For me, 2023 was an interesting year. It was full of massive highs. Made close to 6 figures in just 6 months. Made close to 100K in 6 months only, in half a year. And then it all crashed down. I had an unfortunate business relationship that didn't work out. And it all crashed down. And I had to rebuild. I had to learn from that. But I stuck to this one idea: make the next day better than the previous one. The only easy day was yesterday. If you've watched any of my videos, you know I say that sometimes. The only easy day was yesterday. It's an old Navy SEAL quote. Basically says you have to make the next day better. You have to work harder the next day. The easiest day was yesterday. That's in the past now. Let's move on. And in the present, you keep going. You don't stop. So if you want success, you have to do the right actions. Now, how do you know what the right actions are? This is where it comes to investing in mentorship. This is where it comes to spending on coaching. This is where it comes to being in the right groups, being around the right circles, having the right friends, reading the right information, taking in the right knowledge. That's actually going to help you get to that next level. That's how you actually get better. It's by doing the right actions every single day, and you keep freaking showing up and you don't stop even though it's hard. Some days you may slack, but then you get back to it the next day and you keep going, you keep grinding. The third way you're going to get there in 2024, the third way you're going to make this your year and you're going to make big money and you're going to get to that 6-figure mark, whether it's for the first time or you want to repeat it or you want to grow faster, you want to get past just 100K, which is not that crazy to do. You just need to make 8.5K per month to get to 100K. But if you really, really want to get to that next level where you're doing 20, 30K, this is what I found is really important, and this is what helped me personally, and what I do every day now, is removing distractions and removing behaviors that are going to make your success more difficult. There's vices that psychologically take you away from high performance. Excessive drinking, excessive partying, porn, scrolling social media, hanging around the wrong circles. Scrolling is one of those underrated vices that no one really pays enough attention to. I'm going to make a video about this later. Scrolling will really fuck you up. Not kidding. Like, I've found myself in the past just on this device right here, scrolling YouTube shorts, just going through them. It doesn't help you. It takes you away from where you want to be. It takes you away from your higher purpose. It takes you away from your goals. If you find yourself scrolling, you need to snap out of it, because you scrolling and you consuming information, not even information, but stimulation that's inside of the haze, as some people call the matrix. The haze, the cloud, the dirt, the dust that confuses you, where you can't see what's in front of you, where you're clouded inside of this fog. If you want to escape the haze, you got to stop the scroll. Because scrolling social media, looking at all the shorts consistently, the reels, that's actually a part of the haze. It's literally a part of the haze. It's a tool designed by those in the haze that want to keep you down, that want to keep you in the same place. And this is not some conspiracy theory bullshit. It's literally, they want to keep you in the same place so they can keep sucking from your money, they can keep selling you products, they can keep giving you things that are going to keep you entertained, keep you dull, keep you deadened, and they prey on your primary instincts, your instincts for sex, your instincts for food, your instincts for stimulation, right? They prey on those instincts. Your desire to want to be better than other people. You watch reels that have cars in them, cool cars, motivational reels. You see other people crushing it, and it stimulates your brain. I want this. I want to get like this. I want to become this, but you get nowhere. Instead, you just scroll, and you don't do it in the real world. You gotta control your vices. You must spend 2024, my friend, sharpening your mind, your body, and your soul. You must spend 2024 doing these things, because this is where your success is gonna come from. And the biggest part of this for me personally is improving your mental diet. What do you consume? The most recent transformation I've had in terms of what I consume was reading the book Psycho-Cybernetics, and it's something that I live by. I'd suggest checking it out and reading it. Some of you already have. Some of you know me, have looked at the book and started reading it, and I'm really happy you've taken that step. But it's such a powerful book. It's very deep. It's very based on foundational scientific and psychological principles that are going to help you get success. It combines a bit of spirituality, combines a bit of self-development, combines action taking and real-world case studies. Psycho-Cybernetics. It talks about how to become the person who is who he wants to be in the future. How to become that version of you now, though. And believe you are that version without putting it off and without waiting. What do you consume? What's your mental diet? What are you consuming this year going into 2024? How are you helping yourself? What I want you to do is help yourself, bro. I want you to help yourself get out of your own way, because if you show up every day and do the same things, if you become an expert at skill number A, skill letter A, and you become a master at B, you become really, really good at two things, and you eliminate the vices. You remove the distractions, you remove the behaviors that don't actually help you get to where you want to be. You will see success. You're going to have to keep going. You're going to have to keep doing it. You're not just going to be a millionaire by snapping your fingers. It's a journey. It's tough, but you will get there. You will see success. That's what I have for you. I'm rooting for you. I want to see you win. I'm excited to rock and roll with you this year. Right now, as of me shooting this video, there is 179 of you who have subscribed to my channel. If you want to be a part of this tribe that we're creating, and we're going to create some amazing things in this year, oh, trust me, because I don't stop showing up. I'm very consistent. That's my skill set. That's my C skill set. That's my third one. I keep showing up. So if you're going to keep showing up with me, press that red button. Help yourself, back yourself to take action and to grow, to make some changes in your life, and to start making good money this year, 10K, 20K a month. All right, I'm rooting for you. Be blessed. I'll see you on our next video.